What's up, guys? My name is Eric Gamer, and welcome to a Storytime video about my most embarrassing moment I have ever experienced in my entire life. Now then, this video involves me being in first grade, and when I was in first grade, I went to Adamsville Elementary, and I had bad habits when I was that young. And I'm trying to speak down because I'm not living in Alabama anymore, and I'm trying to keep my voice down because these walls are basically paper thin. But I had a big problem with using the bathroom in my underwear. Now, I didn't normally do this at home. Well, I didn't normally do it at school. I frequently did it at home. And I frequently did it at home and I mostly did it in my sleep because I used to really, when I'm asleep, I have no control over my body when I'm asleep. Absolutely no control. And I had a problem with chewing on pencils. Well, that's gonna be a different story. But I have not used the bathroom, specifically a number two in in at least a day. And on Monday, when I was in my first class, when came in at around 7:50, I went to my classroom, and about 3 hours later, I started to notice a pain in my stomach, and it was an ordinary pain. It was like gut, like I got punched in the gut with brass knuckles. And my type of teacher, it wasn't like, hey, can I go to the bathroom or anything like that. It was like, she will let you go whenever she wants you to go. If she thinks you are about to die, she will let you go. But if it didn't seem minor, if it didn't look bad enough, she was not gonna let you go. I'm not lying. I held my hand up for 20 minutes trying to get her to see that I was holding on to my butt, trying to stop me from pooping in my underwear. Like, it was so bad. And I held my hand up for 20 minutes. She said, stop raising your hand. I will get to you in a minute. Let me finish. And obviously, she did not come back to me. She didn't. I had my legs crossed and literally, you know how, thumping my leg, my hand was, my leg was bouncing up and down. It was so bad. And eventually, at 20 more minutes later, I had to stand up, clenching my butt and holding it with my hands. It was so bad. And she grabbed my shoulders and put me outside. And she had a talk with me saying how I need to stop disrupting my classroom. But when I tried to tell her, she didn't care. She interrupted me, and she just said, stay out here for 10 minutes and I'll come get you. And at this time, I am walking around in circles. I am walking around in circles, and I lost control, and I pooped in my underwear so much that it almost fell out of my pants. It almost fell out of my pants and onto the floor. It was so bad. And my biggest fear was having a really bad reputation. Like, I used to get a lot of fights in school, and I never really lost any. I lost 2, but my biggest fear is something embarrassing happening, and then me just like being so embarrassed that I might not be able to even go to school anymore. It was that bad. But after I dropped chocolate in my underwear, I didn't care what my teacher said. I went up and I had to hold on to my underwear, like from the lines at the very bottom of my leg, or the lines of my thigh where the underwear straps were, to keep poop from falling out of my underwear and onto the floor. So I was running to the bathroom, and this type of school is very strict about being out of class, and when I got there, I locked the bathroom door. Like, the entrance door to the bathroom, I locked it. And nobody was in there. And I took off my pants, pulled down my underwear, put my pants back on, and dropped it in the toilet. And my underwear was completely stained. The back of my underwear was shaded in poop. It was bad. Very, very bad. And I always thought to myself, I can't go around with no underwear on. What if somebody pulls down my pants or my pants fall down? People are gonna see me bare down there, and I didn't want that. So I got paper towels, scrubbed my underwear as hard as I could, and put them back on. And I flushed the toilet, and I unlocked the bathroom door and ran back to my class. And my teacher couldn't find me, and she went back in the classroom, and when she came back out, I knocked on the door, and when she came back out, she asked me, "Where have you been?" And I said, I thought I heard a noise over there, and I went to check it out. I ended up getting in trouble, like really big trouble. I had to, in this class, you had to stand in a corner if you did something bad. You stood in a corner. And it was so embarrassing. I had a smell so strong that I had to sit by myself the entire school. And at the final day, I stood at the very back of the line, and I made a 2-foot space between me and anybody, because I was afraid somebody might figure out that I pooped my underwear, and that I did, and would spread it around. And at the ride home, my mom asked me what was wrong, and I just said, "Come on, can you please start the car, please, I want to go, I want to get home, please." And she asked me what was wrong, and I said, I'll tell you when we get home, just start the car. And when we did, and we got home, she asked me what was wrong, and I told her my accident, and she didn't get mad at me. She just said, "Well, go, do you still have your underwear on?" And I said yes. And she said, "Okay, well, throw those underwear in the garbage and go take yourself a shower and put on some new underwear." And I remember going back to school the other day, and my teacher kept on asking me, "What was wrong? What happened? I know what you said was a lie. What happened?" And I don't know how, but she smelled the odor from me that day, and she talked to me outside of class, and she said, "I know what happened. I know every now and then somebody has embarrassing moments. I'm not going to tell anybody. It's okay." And I tried to deny it, but I knew that there was no point in lying. So she just handed me baby wipes. She handed me baby wipes and said if I ever have an accident to say so, and to take them into the bathroom and, wipe myself. And I she asked me why I didn't tell her, and I said, I was holding my hand for 20 minutes straight, and you didn't answer me. And she just thought that I was just trying to disrupt class. And she said, well, you didn't look like you needed to go that much. And I just looked at her like, I was holding my butt cheeks. How is that not a sign that I need to go? And that is the end of this story time. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next story time. Peace.